In this lesson, we'll cover the Align tool. So let's say in your model you've drawn several things, for example walls, and those walls don't align, and you want to align those walls to another wall or to something that you know is correct. How do you go about doing that? Well, you'll use the Align tool. So let's zoom into our model. I can see I have a square room on the right, and I have two walls simply just placed on the left. Well, I'd like to align those two walls on the left with the walls of the room on the right. To do that, we'll use the Align tool. So let's go to the Modify tab on the ribbon, and then move to the Modify panel. On the Modify panel, choose the Align tool. Now the first thing Revit is going to want you to do is pick a reference surface of whatever we're aligning to. So in other words, whatever's correct. So I'm going to start on the top, and I'm going to mouse over and select the uppermost portion or the outside portion of this horizontal wall. And I'll left click that. So that's my reference line. You can see a dashed line appear. So now whatever I select and wherever I select on what I select will move to this reference line. So on this wall across the top, I want to make sure I pick the top of it so it moves down and aligns with that dashed line. Go ahead and click. And now those two are aligned. The little padlock will allow me to lock those together, so if one wall moves, the other wall moves with it, so they stay totally aligned. When we're done with this, simply click Modify. Well, let's do the same thing to the bottom two walls. So on the ribbon, let's choose Align again. Pick my reference line of whatever I want to align to. Dashed line is now created. Then pick what you want to do the aligning. In other words, what's moving. Click the bottom of this wall, and now it's aligned. Now, if you lock the padlock, for example here, Modify, and then I move one wall, notice that the wall that's aligned with it moves. But if I were to move the top wall, which doesn't have the padlock locked, it doesn't move. So as a review, in this lesson, we looked at using the Align tool to align various elements, such as walls, in your Revit project to one another. We selected a wall that was correct, chose the Align tool, picked a reference edge that was correct on that wall, and then chose the surface on the wall to be moved that referenced the same edge, and now those two are aligned. The other option was locking those together, so that way if one moved, the other one moved.